Okay, what I have here is I built a variation of the two famous parachute jump models from A.C. Gilbert. Kind of combine the best of both. I used the ES wheel segments from the first parachute model that he built, and then I kind of combined it with the column and the big channel girders and the MF base plates that they used in the second. And to give you an idea how it works, I'll go ahead and turn it on and we'll run it a couple times. The motor shakes a little bit because I haven't mounted it down yet, but it'll actually work with it. Now, I'll let it run one more time, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of an explanation. It may help you if you want to build it that you won't see in the instruction manuals from Gilbert. Okay, I'll turn it off. Okay. Some of the differences here that I've kind of incorporated into the model is, if you notice here, zoom in, I've got one bolt in the middle here and another bolt in the middle on the opposite side of the big channel girder column. They're 1/2-inch bolts, which makes threading the nut a little easier, but if you take these two bolts out, you can lift this column and platform off and thus actually be able to store it a lot more easily if you want to keep it for just taking it out on holidays. Also, what makes it easier to disconnect too, if you notice here, I used 4 swivels to mount the lines from the parachutes. If you're a fisherman, you know exactly what these are. This way you can unsnap them from the 5th snap swivel, which runs down to the Gilbert motor. You simply unhook them and then all 4 will come loose, and thus you can easily remove the column once you take the 2 bolts out. The other thing I wanted to mention is on the parachutes, I did not use the wheel pulley that they mentioned in Gilbert. If you notice, I just used the fender washer. This is a 7/8 inch washer. I also have 1-inch washers. I tried to use the lightest that would actually work so that they would float freely back down when the gear hit the smooth part on the motor. You can try either one. What's nice about this is, what I like is with these steel swivels, it comes up, it stops against the 2 big channel girders where they cross. And it takes the stress off the actual string itself, so there's no wear or tear on a string. This is also model wax string. It makes sliding through the pulleys a lot quicker, and with less friction, you don't have as much pull on the motor. As far as the motor, I don't have it mounted, so I can actually take it out to give you a little bit better of a look. You'll notice, if you've read the instructions for either parachute jump, the actual spool is formed by using 8 21-inch strips, 21-hole strips. And then you use a small double angle to form the actual reel part. What really isn't mentioned is you can vary the diameter of this wheel depending upon how high you build. This one is built at 5 feet high from top to bottom. You can make it 6, you can make it shorter. And when you do that, you have to vary the length of these small double angles. If you bring them down, it will wind quicker, so it won't quite get as high. The closer you go to making the diameter towards the edge of the 21 hole strips. Obviously, the bigger the diameter, the more wind up you're going to get between the smooth part and the geared part of the parachute gears. So you vary that to get your distance so that they will, as you saw in the demonstration, where they will actually open here and then fall, and then you can set the height to where you want as far as hitting the ground. Hopefully this will give you a little more insight into building this model. And it is fun to build, by the way. And that'll be it.